Let's start roasting people. That would get a lot of views.
So tell me about this Andrew WK, because that's the drummer, the band. Is it a band or?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a solo artist, but he always refers to it as a band. It's like we're in it together, but it's mostly his thing. He's been going for like 20 years.
Because I had never heard of him when I first met you, and I was like, I don't know who this guy is, but they play in front of huge crowds. And then I told Kate, and I think I brought up your Instagram, and she goes, "Oh, I used to listen to that guy when I was depressed in high school." And I was like, "Oh, that's the band he plays for."
Yeah.
Well, and I didn't even judge it from that, because honestly, I'd seen the videos of you playing drums, and I'm like, yo, if I had to go on stage and they had to be like, who has the best air drumming impression, I would do that. And that's what this man does in real life.
Well, let's see it. What do you got? Yeah. Wait, where's the button for that?
The button for that.
He's flexing. Yeah, there you go. Wah, wah, wah.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, it's sick, dude. It's a childhood dream come true. It's like I grew up playing drums. Yeah, that's just crickets the whole time. I grew up playing drums when I was like, I don't know, 11 or 12, just to get girls. And I tried to impress this one chick, and I walk into middle school band. I got assigned to it by mistake, and I noticed that the drummers got to leave early and they can go to the restroom whenever they wanted. So when it came around, hey, what do you play? What do you play? I'm like, nothing. Drums. All right, I can do that. And then there was this girl who I was trying to impress. And so there was this guy named Aaron, and he was dating her at the time, or like, I don't know what you call it in middle school. And he was a really good drummer, had money for private lessons, had really nice drums, everything. So I got super jealous, and man, that motivates you. It's always a girl, right? And so I'd go home and like, play for like 8 hours. And I remember like I challenged him to a drum off to get that girl. I'm like, hey, we're going to have a drum off to Sum 41. Like that's the song we're going to play. And whoever gets it better, like, she's mine or yours, like good middle school logic.
Yeah.
And so we go in, and it's like us and like 5 other people because word spread and stuff. And she was there too. And I go first and thought I just killed it. It was like Fat Lip, right? I'm just like, yeah, like I thought I killed it, blasting it over. And then he goes and fucking demolishes me, and I look like the biggest idiot ever, dude.
Yeah.
And didn't get the girl.
So did you have any like actual drumming skills that you've been practicing at this time?
Yeah, I was trying a lot. But I mean, the pain of that just motivated me so much to just go all in on drums, right? And so I would just go home every day, like 8 hours and all this stuff. And, without going into like a childhood story, I went to college and I was still playing drums, started posting these drum videos and on YouTube. And that was my first YouTube video, was me shirtless, oiled up, playing shirtless to Misery Business by Paramore. Okay. I thought that was going to be like the best thing. I was like, yeah, I'm going to be fitness and drums at the same time. I'm going to like drum out. And I got a lot of hate comments. I don't know why. But so I did that, and I started having all these drum covers. Built a little bit of a following, but didn't really do anything with it. And kind of quit, long story short. Went to college, got a degree, came out, was doing entrepreneur stuff. And then out of nowhere, dude, like I got a tweet from a guy named Andrew WK. And I was like, what the heck? This has to be a joke. Like blue tick mark and everything. And I'm looking at it, and it's like, hey, saw your drum cover from 8 years ago of our song, one of those cringy covers. Like, my drummer just quit. Like, are you available? We love the energy. We want you to come and tour with us. And I'm like, this has to be a joke. And it wasn't a joke. It was them. And so I flew to LA.
So you were a fan previously.
Super fan, dude. Yeah. I remember She Is Beautiful, Party Hard, some of the big songs. I was at like 5th grade summer camp, and they were playing as we'd go into like the dining hall and stuff. And so like I always had that and stuff, and met him a few times before then. So like super fan. And that's back in like 2000 and whatnot. And so I flew to LA, auditioned, and then we went on tour like the following month or something. And it's just bananas, dude. It's like, it's insane. It's like, not every show is 35,000 people playing to festivals and whatnot, or in Germany or whatever. But like sometimes the smaller shows, like we played Crescent Ballroom here, in Phoenix.
It's a dope place.
Yeah, like last year or something. Yeah, and that's like a smaller, like that's still fun. It's awesome. I don't deserve it. I pinch myself every time. Like I didn't have to put in the years and years of grinding to make that happen. But I realize it's like the best of both worlds, because like one thing it made me realize is you can have both. Like everyone growing up, they always tell you when you're 18, 20, like pick something and get really good at it. Like that's your thing, and go all in on that thing, whether it's basketball, whether it's business, whether it's a YouTube, like pick that thing. Stop trying to do everything. And I was kind of like, all right, I'll do YouTube and like entrepreneurship, and I was stoked on it. But I had this part of me that was like dying inside when I'd look at my drum kit, or I'd see my friends who were posting YouTube videos back then, and they're touring in like big bands all around the world. And I'm like, fuck, man, like you quit. Like you quit on that dream, dude. Like that little 12-year-old doing a drum off, trying to get a girl. Like you just gave up. And so like the craziest thing is when I saw my buddy playing a show to like 3,000 people, I like recommitted. I'm like, all right, I quit. You know what? I'm going to do it, because the scariest thing for me would be like being 85 years old, smoking a cigar in the rocking chair, right? Looking back and being like, man, I wish I would have gone for that. Well, what is that experience like? Like, how cool would it be to actually play music? Like, I should have gone for that, man. Like, to me, that gives me chills thinking about that stuff. Like, I don't want any of those regrets, which I know is cliche, but like, I think everyone's on the same boat. Like, we don't want to go out with what ifs. And so within 60 days of like seeing my friend play to 3,000 people at a Warped Tour and stuff, I was like, fuck, all right, I'm gonna go home. I'm gonna practice. I don't have a band. I don't have anything. Nothing was there. I quit everything. Didn't drum in like 3 years because I went to college and stuff. Within 60 days is when I got that tweet saying, hey, you want to come drum with us? So like, call it the universe, call it law of attraction, call it whatever. I firmly believe in that stuff, dude. Cause like once you commit to something and you go in and you start working towards it, even if you don't know how, if you have like the why and the what, and it's just, I don't know. I look back on that, and to me, that's like the coolest proof of going after your dreams and making it work. And you can have both, you know, you can have like the dream of drumming, and now I have the dream of like doing the YouTube channel, entrepreneur, and like meeting cool people and hanging out and doing what you want. And you have both, and they coincide. And so I don't know. I think that's like the biggest thing I learned from that. And yeah, I mean, I'm lucky every single time we get to play.
Nah, nah.